this is Dodger and you're watching my show. There's stuff on the bookshelves. Yesterday we finally put up the bookshelves. I finally put tons of books and games and movies and things on them so it looks like they're useful in this room. It's very exciting. Also the fact that in Bayonetta you can look like Fox McCloud, that's also very exciting. Side note, a big thank you to Chad for filling in last week. Even though he had some technical issues and we weren't able to get it up in time, does not matter because he stepped up and was a great friend, so thank you, Chad. For our first piece of news, for any of you who are huge Robin Williams fans or just loved his existence in the world, you'll be delighted to know that the rumor about there being a Robin Williams tribute in Warlords of Draenor is not just a rumor. There will be an area that you can go to where a genie will appear and say some of the Genie from Aladdin's classic lines by Robin Williams. So none of the lines from Aladdin 2. Because he was not in that. Now some of you might be saying, but why would there be some sort of a tribute for specifically Robin Williams in World of Warcraft? And the answer is because he played World of Warcraft, he actually really liked it. There are actually two other things that have been pointed out as possible tributes to Robin Williams, but we're not sure. One of them is like a huge broken egg that might be a Mork and Mindy reference. And then, oh, there's also a title called Comedian now, so that's kind of like a maybe a stretch, but maybe related. Either way, I think it's really cool to see them doing that, and I do think that it's sad because in the last years of his life, he was very open about how much he loved video games, how he did actually name his daughter Zelda after Zelda. Now people are like, oh, but it was just an escape for him. It wasn't like a positive thing, which I think is sad. It's a sad way to look at it. Either way, if you're planning on playing Warlords of Draenor, you should look out for those things. Ready for some sports game news? Some of you went to stop this video and go to another page entirely, but maybe when you see this picture, you'll want to stick around. So there's been a glitch in Madden 15 that a lot of you probably already know about, but I think it's so funny. They're calling it Tiny Titan. The Tiny Titan is a linebacker named Christian Kirksey who accidentally was inputted as being 1 foot 2 inches tall instead of 6 foot 2 inches tall. So he runs around all itty bitty and high fives his teammates and tries to help. And not one to look at an amazing joke and just cast it aside, Tiny Titan is now a challenge in Madden 15. Those that log into the card collecting or team building mode will have the opportunity to play against a special Browns team, which is an entire team of Tiny Titans on the defense. If you beat the Tiny Titans, you get a Tiny Titan collectible figure that can be sold for 1,000 coins. Wow, I don't know why that was so hard for me. Anyway, it's hilarious. I actually haven't read anything that says that it's been fixed.
One eternity later.
Okay, so it has not been fixed yet. They're planning on fixing it in the next update, which, I mean, I get it. I'm sure Christian is out there being like, yo, why can't I be normal size? Why I gotta be the Tiny Titan? So they're gonna fix him, and then there'll be no more Tiny Titan. Samsung and Oculus are teaming up to basically make the Oculus Rift but for mobile. So it's called the Samsung Gear VR headset, and what they're planning with it is that specifically the Samsung Galaxy Note 4 will be able to just slip inside and be used for virtual reality.
And if you come to the front and take the cover off, you can see that it's customized for the Galaxy Note 4.
No cables, no hookups to worry about, although the performance quality is less. The Samsung Gear will be available at the end of this year as an Innovator Edition, which basically means it's a beta version of their product, so they want to ship that out to developers and be like, make games for the Note, do it. I don't know when it's actually going to be released or usable. Actually, we don't know when the Note 4 is coming out either, so, you know, that'll all, I'm sure, happen in sync. I feel like, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong about this. I feel like by then, a lot of virtual reality stuff will be out. Like, we don't know release dates on a lot of this stuff, but we know that it's getting there. So I'm curious how long it's gonna take for them to fully develop the Samsung Gear, and how long it's going to take for all of these other games like Darknet, like all of this other stuff, to come out for us to play. Who knows? Man, Frontier is crazy right now. If you were a backer for Mighty No. 9, then you now have access to their beta. You had to have pledged at least $80, I believe. So if you did, you should have gotten a key in your email. If you didn't, you'll have to contact them. I know it releases in spring 2015, and I also know that they're working on a multiplayer mode. There are videos of them like trying to develop this multiplayer mode, which makes a lot of sense. I think that would be super cool. And the game itself, I don't know. Like, obviously, plenty of people believed in it. It got $3.8 million, I think, and it's coming out on like every platform because they hit all of their stretch goals. It was ridiculous. But like, the art style of it is so interesting to me because it's such a perfect crossover of what Mega Man looks like old Mega Man, and also kind of a newer style that does lots of thick, harsh outlines. We're very used to that now. It's interesting. I think it's gonna look amazing. Obviously, I haven't touched it, so I don't know what it feels like to play, but I doubt that they would put out a game that's based so heavily on that franchise without it being very smooth. It's gonna be cool. So if any of you are in the beta, you should let us know what it feels like to play it. Unless you're on NDA, I get it. Ow! Oh my god! Oh. It hurt my foot really bad. So we all know now that Disgaea 5 is coming out, which is very exciting. They're claiming that Disgaea 5 is going to have way more in it than any of the other Disgaea games, which like super surprises me. I had a really hard time saying that word. Apparently the storyline of it is you are a young demon boy named Kyria who is on a journey of revenge. Now here's where it gets crazy. So they're talking a lot about how they're making this game specifically for PlayStation 4, how it literally can't be on PlayStation 3. And everybody's like, why? It would be so great if you put out PlayStation 3, that way I could play and don't gotta get PS4. So here's why. They're creating scenarios where there will be 100 characters on the screen at once. The PlayStation 3 apparently could only handle 10 characters on the screen at once. And for a strategy role-playing game, that's like, whoa, 100, that's a lot. So they're really trying to take advantage of what the PlayStation 4 can offer them apart from the PlayStation 3, so that it gives people a good reason to play it. So I apparently didn't put anything aside as a 6th topic, so we're just gonna wing it. There's another 3DS. Wait, guys, okay. There's another 3DS coming out. It's a Smash Brothers 3DS, obviously. It looks super cool. It's got all the characters all over it. It says Super Smash Brothers. So if you're like that guy who just needs to have all of the 3DSs, thank God we don't live in Japan, because then you would be suffocating under all of your 3DSs. Like, this one looks super cool. So if you are a collector, or if you don't have a 3DS at all and you've been waiting for one that just like tickles your fancy, maybe this will be the one. But anywho, that's been my show. Thank you so much for watching. Oh, nope. The second I started talking, you were over it. Goodbye, I love you, my sweet prince. If you have a positive or a negative response, feel free to leave it in my comment section. And if you would like to have coffee with me, you can click wherever I put the annotation and it'll take you to my other channel. But otherwise, I hope you guys have had an amazing week and I will talk to you again next time. Bye-bye. Mwah.